The delicate thing that we're all facing right now is, everybody sees that kind of discovery of fire where AI is becoming real as we speak and exploding. It's going to change every aspect of society. Well, if you forget AI, if all you had was self-driving cars and you take taxi drivers, truck drivers, and Uber drivers, it's 5 million in the US alone, right? Their jobs are going to go away. Is it going to be 3 years or 5 years or 7 years? I don't know. Maybe you know better than I do. Maybe Elon can tell us better. He's usually ahead of schedule in his descriptions.
Yes.
So who knows?
We've had that conversation.
But he's the most brilliant guy in the world, so I'd still listen to him. I might edge it out a few years to what he tells me, right? With no disrespect. Just total enthusiasm sometimes goes a long way, but you got to do beyond that. Whatever the year is, just think about it. 5 million jobs, that's how many that we saw during 2008 disappear, that destroyed the entire economy. That's one profession. Who's going to hire someone to be a truck driver to drive only 8 hours a day and complain about healthcare and want more money when they can have a self-driving truck they can depreciate and it can work 24 hours a day and be more effective and probably have less insurance? So we are, all of us were farmers. 90% of America was farmers 150 years ago. But, we're not. Today it's 3% farmers, we feed the whole world. The difference is the amount of time we had to change. No one thought back then about, being a web expert of some sort. But the amount of speed of change now is going to create a real dislocation.
There is seismic change
short
coming.
term, I'm not worried about the long term with jobs. There'll be more jobs. But I think short term in our adaptation is the thing that we're going to have to be ready for, because it's going to disrupt people. Now, in places like UAE, they actually evaluate every job and how many there are, and they let people know going to college, there aren't that many jobs in this area, but there's more here. That doesn't mean they have to change what they're going for, but they're aware that you're wasting your time going to college studying something that's already antiquated. So it's really important, I think, that we look at things and we educate people as society, because if we wait until the changes happen, which is pretty much what's happened. I remember I was with President Obama and I was saying, what have you guys discussed about this? He goes, well, we don't really know if the change is going to happen, not happen. I said, but what if it does?
Yeah.
And it will. We all know when finally the change happens, it's like that. I know in this room what exponential change is. The general population, and unfortunately a lot of leaders don't think that way, we have social unrest if we don't get our act together and prepare people for what's coming. All this technology is magnificent.